Happy Friday, everybody. I want to say that first. Um, Friday is the end of the battle. Friday's the day you get to, you finish, you get off work, you get off school, you go home and say, finally, finally I get to rest. And you can reflect every Friday, you can reflect on your week. And it depends what you do. Depends what goal in life you have. Save up some money. You can look back at your week and say, damn, I spent a lot of money this week, or damn, I saved some good money this week. If you're an athlete, you can say, I learned a trick, I learned a move, I improved my shots, something. At least 1%. At least 1%, man. Friday. And then, you finish the battle, and it depends how the battle went. Your kingdom moves up. Friday. And I'm going to use this Friday to talk about the things I learned. Because my goal is to learn things every day. Because I don't know, man. I say, this is one thing I learned today. One thing I learned. And I speak about this. I talked about this too. Motivation. I'm I say so many things. I say all these things. And I'm a bum. I accomplished some things. I'm proud of myself. But in reality, man, if you add everything up, if you open your eyes, I'm a bum. And sometimes you got to say that to yourself. And I did this experiment, not really. I was kind of just fucking around in school. I was bored as a motherfucker. And then I went up to these guys and I was like, I can fix your life. Some peers. I was like, I can fix your life. And one of them asked me this. Why do how can I do the things I say I want to do? And that's exactly what I'm going through. And this was my answer. My answer was, if you say things and don't do them, we all say things and don't do them because we all want. You know, you say what you want. It's easy as fuck. I say all these things because they're in my mind. It's what I want. But this was my answer. You say things because you want them. And so you start thinking like, damn, I gotta do this. Like, because you want them. You're like, if I want this, I gotta do this. No, I told him, you gotta change your mindset. It's a whole different mindset. To do the things that you say, you gotta say them with truth. You gotta say them like you need it. I gave him this example. If there's a lion, I always talk about lions. Lions. I always talk about lions. King of the jungle, man. If a lion is starving, you think he needs to say, you think he says he wants to eat because he just wants to eat? No, he needs to eat. He needs to eat. And that's why when lions it's because they need it, man. That's how they survive. So I told him, if you want to do the things you say, just stop saying them with a want. It's a whole different mindset, man. You gotta just need it. You gotta think about, I need this, man. I need this. I'm starving for this, But at the end of the day, that's a lot easier to say than to do. My fingers are red because I was eating spicy chips, by the way, so don't mind that. But you know, that was one thing. And then there's this other thing I want to talk about that I'm going through this, man. I'm going through this. Everything I say, don't I'm going through it, man, okay? So, I'm going through it. Addiction, you know, addiction is one of the hardest things in the world. We all have so many addictions. Whether you want it, whether you notice it, whether it doesn't matter. We all have addictions. And some of them are obviously not as bad as others, obviously. But all, all addictions are bad. And we all know this, right? We all know this. We all know addictions are bad. But sometimes addiction's just like it controls you, man. It doesn't matter if you get controlled. And this is how you fix this, I think. In order to fix an addiction, you have to look at your main purpose in life. And this is one thing we all have to have, a purpose in life. So you have to have a purpose in life. That way you can look at the purpose and, not all addictions, a money addiction, man, come on. If you have a money addiction, don't even worry about that shit. We all have, so you got to look at your purpose in life and see what addictions are good and bad. And then look, I'm going to say my addiction that I struggle with the most. I'm a smoker, you know. It feels very weird to talk about this to anybody that, I'm a smoker, man. I'm a stoner, man. I smoke weed every day. I smoke carts, concentrated weed. My mind is on that shit 24/7. And it's crazy because sometimes I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck what my purpose is at the moment. Like, if I'm cutting hair, man, if I'm doing my job, if I'm chasing my dream and I run out of weed, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Oh, I might miss my turn. I might literally miss my turn. I might have to go spin back, waste some time, and stay behind. Bro, I might be late to an important place because I had to go buy some weed. It's like, it controls me. It's literally taken over my purposes in life. And that's not like, you might say, oh, I don't have an addiction like that, but we all do. We all, like, bro, you see these social media addictions, those are the worst. When you have a social media addiction, you have no purpose but to help them. Like, if you have a social media addiction, like on a person, like a live streamer, these people are sitting on their asses with their headphones on, like, reading every fucking, what's it called? Every GIF, lock the fuck in, timing. Like, bro, it's crazy, man. It's so crazy. And the streamer is literally fulfilling their whole purpose in life. And you see this guy just sitting, bro, it's so crazy. And it's all the same. Weed has done this to me. Like, you just have to it's hard. You have to fathom it. I talked about this the last time. You have to fathom it. Weed is like a streamer, man. You literally go out of your maybe because I'm not a full stoner, so maybe it's not as bad for me. But if it's a full, like some peers I know that literally can't do shit without weed, bro, they're oh my god, it's crazy. It's literally like I'm about to explain it. The streamer, where, bro, they can't. I'm kind of like this, you know. I might be talking about myself here. Um, you can't focus in school because of the weed. You can't, bro. You can't do shit. You literally cannot do shit without weed. When you're like stuck with that shit, you know? And then it's you stop and you get withdrawals. And it's the same thing with beer. Bro, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to everybody. I have a peer that has an addiction with beer. We all do. Beer, school, work, bro. I mean, it depends, of course. Nah, school, if you pursue school, of course. I mean, it depends, of course, you know, but porn. Like, what's another bad addiction, man? Social media, food. Holy shit. Oh my God. You don't know the amount of people I know. And it's so crazy because it gets to me. I start eating out more. The more I. Here's the thing, people get addicted because it all starts with doing something that you find normal, that you absolutely find like, oh, it's all right. I can do this every day. Bro, I just had the thought in my head. Everything I just said. Drugs, alcohol, you know, corn. I'm gonna stop saying P word. Corn. Um Going out, man. Some people would just want to be out. Girls. All these addictions, man, they all start when you see your friend who does this. You know, you can just see it. You don't have to see somebody that's addicted. You can see somebody that controls it that isn't addicted. You just see it and you say, "Oh, it's normal." So you start doing it and you just start loving it. You start loving it, and then at some point, bro, you've been smoking weed for years. You've been jerking off for years, man. You've been drinking for years. You've been on fucking social media for years. You've been on a game, video games. You've been on a video game for years, man. You've been on a girl, one girl, bro. People don't find these as addictions, but people get addicted to people, to one person. They all start because you think it's normal. But nothing is normal. We all know this. Nothing is normal when you do it to an extent. And we all do things to an extent. That's my point. And the way to stop this, like I said, is to find your purpose. Find your purpose and say, no matter of fact, don't just say, need it. Back to the first topic, need it. Don't just want it and say need it. Need the purpose. And that's how you do the things you say. That's how you say things and do them. And that's how you quit addictions. By finding a purpose in life and needing it, man. A lion is not going to be addicted to pussy if he loses some skills in killing the deer, man. Wait, do lions kill deer? I don't think so. Whatever they kill, to kill the zebra. You think a lion is gonna worry about sitting in the fucking jacuzzi? You think the lion's gonna be worried about watching the chicken fight? You think he's gonna have this addiction every day? No, unless he controls it. If the addiction control, bro, it's hard to find, bro. This is how you find it. This is when you know that your addiction controls you. I already said it. When you have like your purpose or whatever, when you in your life in general, when you're doing something and the want of pussy, of a jacuzzi, the want of playing a video game, the want of smoking weed, drives you away from whatever you got going on in life, man. And it makes life so much harder because now you can't deal with life because you're dealing with it by doing something in your free time that is controlling you, that is literally driving you away from your, it's literally digging the path. And at some point the path is going to end and it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you, man. But it's a Friday. So it's a Friday. And you have to use Fridays to reflect on all these things. And I'm barely reflecting on, like, I try to act like this smart guy that knows the way. And the way I do that is because I know I do, right? Sure, call me delusional, whatever. But here's my point. When it's a Friday and when it's a Friday and your delusion gets to you that you know, but you don't gotta know like this. You don't gotta know like this. You gotta know like this. Don't know. Oh, I know I want to be a superstar. No, know that to be a superstar, you gotta say fuck some people. You gotta, to be a superstar, you gotta drive people. Like, you gotta open your eyes. You gotta be a dickhead. And that's what Fridays are for. That's what Fridays are for, man. Like, here's one thing I'm gonna do this Friday to make sure I can reflect. I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna look back for sure. Because a lot of things happen this week. A lot of things happen every week, man. It's crazy. I posted a lot of videos this week. And I told myself every day, oh, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to rewatch the video I posted last night. And I never did. So this Friday, that's one way I'm going to reflect on myself. I'm going to look at all the videos I posted because I haven't rewatched them. And that's only going to help me fulfill my purpose. I'm going to watch one of my videos every time I want to hit the yard instead of hitting the yard, man. It's so crazy. It's so how things control you. It's so crazy. You can have an addiction to a clothing brand, man, a hat brand. I'm in the hat community, so I know a little bit about this, and people obsess over these hats. And this is why the broke people are broke and the rich people are rich, because the rich have their eyes open. The rich know that they can get these people to obsess over their brand, man, to sell out every single drop in minutes. They know it. And these guys are just giving in. That's why I need to create my own hat brand. so I can prove. But it all goes back to, it's a circle of life. Things are way easier to say than to do. Have your purpose. Push your addictions away, man. Push. Need the purpose. Need the purpose. So whenever you see a yard, whenever you see the alcohol, whenever you see a beer, you say, nah, because I need this, man. I need to survive. I can't chill in the pond or look at the chicken when I need to chase the zebra, man. I need dinner tonight. That's the way. And look, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because, like I said, I tested these people at school today. I tested myself. I was like, hey, bro, I can fix your life. I told it to 3 guys. And all these 3 guys, they listened, man. They literally listened. And there was this one guy. No, matter of fact, they didn't listen, man. They saw it. They looked at me and they went. They like had their eyes open and they were, you know? And they were like, "Whoa. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man." They weren't listening, man. They were seeing what I was saying, man. You got to fathom it. And there was this one guy who can't fathom anything. This peer he wasn't looking at me when I was talking. He was like this. He was like listening to me and he was like like man, he thought he was smart. He thought he was smart. And then it was his turn. I told him, "Hey man, I can fix your life." After I talked to all these people and they all saw what I was saying and they went, they nodded their head. They went, I see what, like I said, And then I tell him, "I can fix your life." And he goes, "I don't know, man. I don't know if you can." And I literally went, "Here, you need to stop listening. You need to stop listening." I literally said that. And when I said that, everybody else started listening. So they all laughed. They went, "What do you mean, bro? What do you mean we need to stop listening? Just start seeing what I'm saying, all right? Stop listening." And then I told this guy, "You need to stop listening. That's your problem, man." He's a peer of mine, so I know this about him. He cares so much. He listens so much. And I told him, "You need to stop, man. You need to stop listening and see things. And if you don't like it, then look away, man. Don't look away and listen. Look away and use your eyes." I didn't tell him that, but you get my point. I told him that's what you got to do. And then he said, he was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to be a basketball player." And then I said, "All right, I know I know how to fix your life then. Stop worrying about all these things. Stop and play some basketball, man. Just play some basketball." He said, "It's hard, man. It's hard. I'm looking for a job. I'm doing it." I said, "Stop looking for a job. Did fucking LeBron James look for a job? Bro, oh my God. Do you not see?" I told him, "Stop looking for a job. Stop listening to me when I'm telling these people things. And look right now, look. These athletes aren't doing what you're doing. If you want to be an athlete, stop and be an athlete, man. Play some basketball. Go to the..." And he said, "I don't know, man. I don't care. I could play basketball in China." I'm like, "Bro, then you can do that right now. You could, I mean, not right now. He's probably too young, but as soon as you're what, 18? You know, he's probably, oh, he turned 17. As soon, bro, you got 1 year. You can, yeah, sure, find a job, man. Save up 5 bands. Three, 2 bands, 3 bands, $2,000, 3,000. 4, 5, 6 paychecks, whatever. Save some money. Stop worrying about this. Move and play some basketball in China. If you really say you don't give a fuck and want to play some basketball, you don't care if it's in China, go to China and play some fucking basketball, man. Bro. Oh my. And then he started seeing a little bit. He had his eyes like this. You know, he was like looking in my direction. Now he was like this, like he was trying to see. You know, he was trying to see. He was like, okay, I see, all right, whatever. You know, he was like, all right, all right. Boom. I can fix your life. And that's literally, he's my peer. I've known this guy for years. I think that's the way he worries so much. He worries so much. And then when I talk to him, all he wants is basketball. That's what he says, supposedly. He literally played basketball and he was good, man. And he got injured. And now he says, oh, my doctor hasn't approved me yet, and he doesn't play basketball. It's been a year. Play some fucking basketball, man. Oh my god, man. He's chilling, man. He went to work with me. He was lifting, you know? He can play basketball. It's not even about his shoulder, man. I'm pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't even be his excuse no more. He'll just say, oh, it's too hard, man. He literally said that. I'm too busy, all this. Bro, you can stop being busy. You can stop chasing. He has an addiction with this girl. You can stop chasing the girl. Stop chasing a fucking 9 to 5 and play some fucking basketball. Bro, if he did this years ago, he was good at basketball. If he did this years ago, he could have been a varsity at basketball. You know, he could have been a basketball varsity player at high school, bro. You know, getting clips, bro. Bro, he literally has it like that. He could literally cross you the fuck up back then. I don't know about now. He hasn't played in a long time, but he could cross you the fuck up, go, boom, sink it from the 3 every time. That was him. He was that guy. Bro, just imagine. But he can't fathom it, bro. That's why he worries. Bro, play some basketball, man. Play some GTA. Back to my old video. And so these are the things you got to look back on every Friday. This is what Fridays are for, man. It's the end of the week. And you know, here comes Saturday and Sunday. And those are the days you just, those are the day the lion fucking, if he has leftover, he feasts. He feasts. Those are the days he finally fucks the bitches. Those are the days he gets to go to the spa because he's full. Because he's ate so much, man. He's fulfilled everything he had to fulfill this week. And here comes Saturday and Sunday. And, you know, it it really depends what kind of lion you are. You know, your Saturday and Sunday defines what kind of lion you are. If your Saturday is, fuck, I need to rest. I need to drink some wine. I need to smoke some weed. If that's how you take your weekends and you say, I need to do all these things, man. I need to rest. If you're stressed in your weekend, you're doing it wrong, man. You're not playing basketball. You're not chasing your goal. You're not needing. your purpose. You don't need the purpose because you're not happy with your purpose, man. If that's what your Saturdays and Sundays are like, you need to be the lion that literally gets to choose the bitch he wants, that he won this week, to go to the jacuzzi he wants, to not smoke, not drink, maybe be a thug, buy a Hennessy bottle every once in a while. Every once in a while. That's a Saturday, a Saturday. You just gotta be that man, man. That man, man. Have a nice weekend, and remember, every Friday, look back at your week. Come back to this video every Friday, man. Peace out.